Hi, me again. It's been about a week, I guess. It's been an interesting weekend. Tomorrow I turn 44, and I'm probably going to sleep all day. Do whatever I can to avoid the day because every year, for many years, my birthday has sucked major ass. Something always screws it up. I'm already having a hard enough time. I don't want to be depressed tomorrow. So, maybe there will be a birthday miracle, but the whole point of this video actually is to explain something that happened to me recently and part of my anxiety. Friday, well, let me back up a little bit. Thursday, found out that all the paperwork we've sent to the IRS was not sufficient. We've been fighting with them since February because we did an amended return. With me becoming disabled and not able to work, and me and my kids living with my parents, we figured, okay, we'll just add us to their return. Because, they pretty much supported me all last year. And I was able to work a couple small jobs, but I made less than $3,000 all year. So anyway, they want receipts and letters from the school and all this stuff, so we went and did that. I printed all these receipts, all this stuff, and then I'm looking at the date and I'm thinking, I'm going to have to break a promise to my youngest. I promised her I'd be at her graduation August 3rd, and with everything going on and IRS dragging its feet and us not getting our money, it's not going to happen. It'll take a miracle, really. So I felt like I did before I became a teapot at the beginning of the year. Like I was just, my mind just felt so overwhelmed and like I was about to snap. That rubber band stretching. So I used some of my coping techniques, and I was doing stuff on the computer and trying to focus on this, that, or the other thing. And, the last thing I remember is posting that I felt like I was about to have a breakdown and that I was fighting it. And then, I'm thinking again about my daughter's graduation in Florida. And next thing I know, it's probably a couple hours later, I'm at Walmart, 2.3 miles from my house. I'm barefoot. The only thing I have with me is my cell phone. And I don't remember how I got there. I don't remember leaving my house. Still don't to this day. But I have blisters on the bottom of my feet. My calves are killing me. They're like super knotted. And I've used massagers and hot soaks and ice packs, and they're still in pain. The best my mom and I can figure, and I have to talk to my therapist about it this Wednesday, is that I was trying to walk to Florida, and the adrenaline ran out about the time I got to Walmart, because whenever I do make a trip, I always stop at the Walmart on the way for drinks and snacks and things like that. So I was at Walmart when suddenly I'm like, how did I get here? And I logged onto their Wi-Fi and I messaged my mom on Facebook Messenger, because I don't have phone service right now until I can get the money for a phone card from Total Wireless. And so I messaged my mom, and she's like, what the hell? She's like, how did you get to Walmart? I was like, I don't know. I don't remember. I said, last thing I remember, I was sitting at the computer fighting a breakdown. And she's like, are you sure you're at Walmart? And I'm like, well, that's what the sign says. And it looks like the Walmart near me, but I don't remember where I live or how to get there, how I got here. Eventually I did remember where I live after my mom reminded me, and I did remember how to get home. But she drove from Cookeville to Sparta to come pick me up and take me home. I took a nice long shower because I was drenched in sweat and dirt, and took some muscle relaxers and went to bed. And I've slept a lot over the last few days trying to recover from that disconnect. And it seems that those times are getting worse. Instead of becoming a teapot, I was completely disconnected. My body was moving and I was going somewhere, and somewhere my subconscious knew where the hell I was going or what I was doing, but I don't remember any of it. And that's pretty scary. And so when my mom got to Walmart to pick me up, she asked me, when my next appointment was, and I'm like, it's Wednesday. Believe me, my therapist will hear all about this. And my nearest and dearest know what happened, and my daughter, bless her heart, she's 17 years old. This is a major milestone, and she worked really hard to graduate early, and she's making a speech, and I'm going to have to miss it. And she shouldn't have to understand, but she does. She understands, and she's more worried about me getting better than me making it to Florida to her graduation. She's like, there's always college graduation. It's like, yeah, that's true, There's always college graduation, but it's not the same thing. I made a promise, and I can't keep it. And anyone that knows me knows that bugs me to no end. I feel so bad because I've never broken a promise to my children if I could help it. And I think there's maybe only been one or two. And a lot of that is actually with my son more than with my daughters. The one was kind of an accidental thing. I promised him not to mention prices on something, and I showed him a picture, and I forgot it had the price by it, and I showed him the price, and he counts that as a broken promise. But it was a minor, thing. Major promises I have not broken. But I guess I felt so bad, because her and I used to joke, I promised her, I said, if I have to walk to Florida, I will be there. And the best we can figure, that's what I was trying to do. My anxiety and my subconscious took over, and I was trying to walk to Florida and made it to Walmart. And I have several blisters, which I'm not going to show because I don't like showing my feet. My calves are really sore. My whole body is kind of sore, actually. I was dehydrated. I'm still kind of recovering. But I wanted to share this story because, one, maybe somebody else out there disconnects when everything becomes overwhelming. It's almost like the beginning of multiple personalities or something. I'm not aware of what's going on. Well, no, when I became a teapot, I remember bits and pieces of that. This I don't remember. I remember sitting in my chair, and I remember waiting at Walmart for my mom. I don't remember the in-between or how I got there. So that means my disconnects are getting worse when everything becomes too much for me. Instead of going catatonic now, I guess, I just totally disconnect and my subconscious takes over. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm going to talk to my therapist about it. But, I'd like to share when I have a major anxiety episode or panic episode so that maybe I can help others. If someone else out there is experiencing these kind of things and, feels kind of alone and, I can't think of the right word. Sorry, my mind is still a little discombobulated. What is the word I'm looking for? Isolated. If you feel isolated. Because, having things like this makes it very hard to not only have friendships, but have relationships. And I'm very fortunate to have the couple of really good friends that I do have. Charles and my friend Ken. And my family has been super supportive and wonderful as I go through this process and struggles. And, I'm still fighting for disability and doing all that. And I think we're going to have to adjust my meds again if I'm going to have these kind of disconnects while on medication. So, if anybody else has ever experienced anything like that, please, feel free to share with me your experience and whatnot. Because it's scary, and it's scaring me that, I could have gotten run over, I could have gotten attacked, anything could have happened to me during that time frame, and I have no memory of it. even driving down the road to the Walmart didn't help me recall my memory, so I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, so that's been my life. And tomorrow, again, tomorrow's my birthday, and I'm not looking forward to it at all. Right now, though, I need some miracles. I really do. And if you're out there and you're watching, know that you are not alone. If I can get through all of these things, you can get through. And I don't want to make a comparison, but we're fighters, we're warriors, we fight every day. And, I just want to say, and I'm going to steal, Jared Padalecki's phrase, always keep fighting. Don't give up, don't give in, be a warrior. I need to find an outlet for all the adrenaline when I get anxious, because it just seems to build up. But I'm working on it, I'm figuring things out, and I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give in and let it destroy me. So, keep fighting the good fight. I have a webpage, and my address is in the description. So, if you want to reach out to me and, share your story or respond to mine, that would be awesome. Or leave a comment, subscribe, whatever. Let me know you're out there. Let me know you're watching. And I'll share more as soon as I can, and when I have more to share, and which will probably be after therapy, and let you know what the therapist said about what's going on. And so I'm going to tell him fidgeting and rubbing my face, because I am still quite anxious, and it really concerns me that I have no memory of that hour or two or whatever it was, and the whole episode really scares me. So, I love you all. Thank you for watching.